Come here, boy. I don't bite. You look like the kind of person that likes a little challenge.
I'm always up for a challenge.
Good. I like a person with drive.
You see this box here?
Put your hand in the hole.
What's in there?
Oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know.
What's the matter?
You having second thoughts?
No.
What you just saw, did it make you feel a little uncomfortable? A little uneasy? Were you worried for that boy as he ran through the darkness of a forest chased by an unseen force? Did you cringe when you heard the screams of the boy as he was enveloped in the darkness of an abandoned barn? Fear works this way in our lives. You see, fear cloaks itself in different types of garments. Garments such as the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, the fear of being alone, the fear of the unknown, and the biggest fear of all, the fear of death. And what happens to us in that moment when we are in the clutches of fear? It starts off as a thought, but quickly moves from the psychological to the physiological, where our palms are sweaty, our vision gets blurry, our mouth gets dry, our heart rate increases, our muscles get tense, our stomach is in knots. It is in this point that we are in fight or flight mode. And it is this same fear that dredges up old ghosts from the past that hold us captive today in a dungeon of darkness. There are many prisons in the world, but the worst prison of all is the prison in your mind, especially when that prison is guarded by fear. But right now, it's time to get out of the dungeon. It's time to get out of the darkness and the doom and the gloom and step into the light. I have 4 tools that will help you to deal with fear. Now, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a therapist, and there are more than just 4 ways of dealing or even overcoming fear, but for right now, I just chose 4. So you might want to get a pen and pad, or at least make a mental note of what I'm getting ready to say. You ready? Number 1, surround yourself with people that will uplift you. In other words, people that will give you words of encouragement rather than words to tear you down. Surround yourself with people that will give you that support, where you know that they are walking behind you, with you, in front of you as you walk through the valley of fear. By the same token, you want to surround yourself with people that will hold you accountable when you are not towing the mark in your walk of overcoming fear. Surround yourself with people that will uplift you. Number 2, sometimes you got to get a little angry. But the anger that I'm talking about is not the type of anger where you go out and you physically harm somebody or verbally assault somebody or tear somebody's property up. That's not what I'm talking about. That's stupidity. I'm talking about the type of anger that takes you to a place where you get in a mindset where you get sick and tired of being sick and tired of fear eating your lunch. It is that same mindset that gives you the courage to step to the face of fear, look fear in the face, and say, "Fear, Today, me and you are gonna fight. Oh, you may knock me down, but I will get back up. And I will fight you with everything that I have. I'm gonna punch you, I'm gonna kick you, I'm gonna bite you, I'm gonna claw you, I'm gonna pick up a pipe and bust you over the head. I will not stop fighting you until I stomp you out. Sometimes you gotta get a little angry. Number 3, we have to understand that some of the fears that we deal with are phobias. A lot of the fears that we deal with are based on our past experiences that were so turbulent that it has led us today where we suffer with post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD. Now, if you're going through this, I strongly suggest that you go get professional help. Now, in the African American, Latino, and Hispanic communities, especially amongst men, going to get help is seen as a weakness or some type of taboo. But let me break it down for you fellas and you ladies too. If you don't deal with your fear will deal with you. And you will find yourself like an animal in a trap, bleeding out slowly. Quit playing with your life and seek professional help. Number 4, pray. Now, I'm not one of these dudes that are trying to shove religion down your throat, because I'm not about religion. But I am about seeking a relationship with God, seeking a relationship with His Son. What am I saying? Pray. Start with prayer. Because I believe that there is something worse than fear, and that is regret. Now, you might ask yourself the question, yo, John, what do you mean by regret worse than fear? Let me give you an example. Imagine opportunity coming up to your door, knocking on it. You open the door, and as you go to grab opportunity, fear steps in the way and cuts you off. Or shall I say, you allow fear to cut you off. But the person next to you in your circle, they push their fear aside. They grabbed that opportunity that you failed to grab, and they run with that opportunity to the finish line while you stand on the sideline and watch. And it is at that particular moment that your mind records what happened of you not grabbing or failing to grab that opportunity. Your mind will replay that like a broken record, like audio set on repeat. It will play it over and over and over again, to the place where you will be haunted by these thoughts day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out, until it takes you to the place of anxiety and depression, and it can even take you to insanity. You see, danger is real, but fear is a choice. But let's change the tracks up a little bit, because I'm kind of curious of what happened to that young man as he ran into an abandoned barn and fell into the clutches of the darkness. So let's see how the story unfolds, and we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
What's funny, boy?
I was sure something was going to happen, but nothing did.
So what did you learn from this little exercise?
Danger is real, but fear is a choice?
Very good, my young student. You have promise.
Now that's how you do it. You see, that young man, he got over his fear. He stuck his hand in the box. And what was in that box? Absolutely nothing. You see, it's far too often in our lives that we live in fear of a future that hasn't even arrived yet. Or we're stuck living today in a past that is already gone. Today is your day to get your life back, to get your happiness back, to get your family back, to get your joy back. Today is your day to get back what was stolen from you. Today is a day for you to get back the reason for you to live. You see, again, danger is real, but fear is a choice. Today is your day to deal with fear. So if you like what you just heard and it motivated you, I strongly suggest that you get other people to come and check me out. You can continue following me on Instagram, Facebook, or you can subscribe to my new channel here on YouTube and check it out. You see, what I do here is paying it forward because somebody else did it for me, so I want to do it for you. Hey, my name is John Griffin, and you've been listening to The House of Redemption.